The NBA is filled with some of the best athletes in the world. From their high-flying dunks to the ability to run non-stop for 48 minutes, you'd expect NBA players to be in tip-top shape. Unfortunately, for some, this wasn't always the case. There are a few players who have struggled or continue to struggle with their weight. In today's video, we'll explore the top 10 body transformations from NBA players over the past season or so. Which NBA players finally shedded their love handles and gained a six-pack? Stick around to find the answer right now. At the 10th spot on our list, we're looking at Chet Holmgren of the Oklahoma City Thunder. He weighed just 195 pounds when the Thunder selected him second overall in the 2022 NBA Draft. There was no doubting Holmgren's talents, but the one knock against him was the fact that he looked like a stick. Most fans believed Holmgren would get injured the moment he stepped onto an NBA court, and they were basically right. Holmgren played in the 2022 Seattle Pro-Am last August, the same event that LeBron James showed up to play in. During the game, while guarding LeBron, Holmgren suffered a Lisfranc injury to his right foot. This injury cost him his entire rookie season during the 2022-23 season. This was a terrible incident, but also, in a way, a blessing in disguise. While recovering from a foot injury, this gives an athlete a chance to strengthen their upper body. This was exactly what Holmgren did. He hit the weights and focused on beefing up a bit. Holmgren's foot is fully healed, and he's entering the 2023-24 season 13 pounds heavier, and the weight gain is muscle. Holmgren now weighs 208 pounds, and the basketball world is ready to see if he's going to challenge French sensation Victor Wembanyama for the upcoming Rookie of the Year award. Speaking of the French sensation, we have Victor Wembanyama at our 9th spot. The French star has been the talk of the basketball world as he's been selected as the first draft pick by the San Antonio Spurs in the 2023 NBA Draft. Victor has been dominating the competition in the LNB Pro A, a basketball league in France. His skills, as well as his 7'5" frame, has his fans and experts alike excited to watch him play in the NBA. The only knock on the Frenchman is his tall frame, as he's skinny as a rail. Many people are wondering if Wembanyama will be able to handle the physical play of the NBA, and Wembanyama has seemingly responded with her recent Instagram post. The #1 draft pick shared a photo of his ripped body, showing he might be skinny, but he's strong enough to handle the NBA game. What made it even funnier was the caption Wembanyama wrote, "Thin arms, but I got big dreams." Will his ripped body be able to handle the NBA? Considering the fact it's been said that European basketball is more physical than the NBA, we believe the French unicorn will be just fine. At the 8th spot is Scoot Henderson, fellow draftee with Victor Wembanyama in the 2023 NBA Draft. Henderson went third to the Portland Trail Blazers. Henderson is determined to prove to everyone that he should have been the top pick in the draft. He believes in his skills, and to make his case for being the best player in the draft stronger, Henderson decided to make his body stronger. Leading up to the draft, Henderson revealed that he was training 23 hours a day to become the best basketball player and the fittest athlete in the draft. Now, 23 hours a day is a bit of a stretch, but still, there's no doubt by seeing his added muscle that Henderson has been putting in the work. Henderson is listed at 195 pounds, which was his weight last year in the G League, but he sure looks like he's added a lot of muscle ahead of his rookie season. Henderson is the one rookie who looks physically ready for the NBA, as he will fight to win the Rookie of the Year award over Victor Wembanyama. It'll be exciting to see who comes out on top. 7th on our list is Ben Simmons, who is a player that has become the butt of everyone's joke. He was once a top player in the league, especially in the defensive end of the ball, and his career looked to be on the rise. Then, in Game 7 of the 2021 Eastern Conference Semifinals, Simmons lost his shot, and he only put up a depressing 5 points on just 4 shots. The worst part came toward the end of the game when Simmons passed up a wide-open dunk with 3 minutes and 29 seconds remaining and his 76ers trailing 88-86. In fact, Simmons didn't take a single shot for the entire fourth quarter of that game. It was a true meltdown, and after the game and the series was over, Simmons never played another game for the 76ers. Simmons would only play in 43 games over the past 2 seasons, which was with the Brooklyn Nets, citing a back injury and mental health issues as well. As we inch closer to the start of the 2023-24 season, there's some optimism by fans that Simmons might return to form in the upcoming season. One of the biggest reasons why some fans feel excited for Simmons is because of the apparent shape he's in. First, a photo on Twitter appeared that showed Simmons working out by holding 2 dumbbells. The thing about the photo is Simmons' arms are jacked. He's never looked like that before, but all of a sudden, the Australian baller is looking like a prime Arnold Schwarzenegger. Most fans commented on the photo claiming it's photoshopped, and it likely is. Still, Simmons wanted to prove he was back in shape by posting a video of himself working on the basketball court with his shirt off. Now, I wouldn't say he has pipes like Schwarzenegger, but there's no denying Simmons looks to be in top shape. The only question that remains is this: will Simmons show up for the 2023-24 season, or will his nerves get the best of him once again? Luka Doncic is 6th on our list, and he's arguably the best player in the game today. Last season, he put up a staggering numbers of 32.4 points, 8.6 rebounds, and 8 assists per game. The problem with Luka is the fact that he seems to run out of gas toward the end of the seasons. But with his Dallas Mavericks not even qualifying for last year's playoffs, the Slovenian star has had ample time to get into great basketball shape. Back in June, a photo on Luka's Instagram story shocked everyone who saw it. The NBA star posed next to soccer player Nikola Jovic. In the photo, Luka looked extremely skinny, especially considering he's naturally stocky. NBA fans were hyped to see the photo, including one fan saying, "The league better be scared." We never saw Luka in this kind of shape. Last season, Luka entered training camp at 260 pounds, despite being listed at 230. In the photo, Luka does appear to be about 230, and that should have Mavericks fans excited. Can Luka, along with Kyrie Irving, lead Dallas back to the NBA playoffs? We'll find out once the new season begins. 5th on our list is Zion Williamson, a player that has the type of talent that could easily place his name in the GOAT debate. The reason why Zion is not on that list is because his career has been plagued with injuries. One of the reasons why many believe Zion is constantly getting injured is because he's often overweight. Zion is 6'6" and is listed at 284 pounds, but at one point, he was reported to weigh 330 pounds. This was not a good look at Zion, but he entered last season in shape, and he was playing at an MVP level until he suffered a hamstring strain on January 2nd, 2023. This was the last time we saw Zion on the courts. Most fans believed Zion would blow up in weight again, but a photo hit Twitter in May 2023 that shows Zion looking slim and in shape. Just a few days ago, more photos were released of Zion in training camp, and he's looking jacked. Pelican fans are hoping this means Zion can stay on the court next season for 82 games for the first time in his career. Jalen Williams lands in our 4th spot. And he's not as known as the players mentioned above, most likely because he just completed his rookie season for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Still, Williams has made some news recently, and it's because of his Herculean body change. A post on Twitter this past July showed a side comparison of Williams in January 2023 and this past July, and you can see Williams bulked up quite a bit. Fans joked that the NBA would soon be drug testing Williams, as there's no way he gained this much muscle in that little time. As of now, we believe Williams has achieved this all naturally, and we're excited to see how he performs in his sophomore season. The player we have at 3rd might just be the most popular on our list. Giannis Antetokounmpo, a former MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, and NBA champion, the Greek Freak, is a player who you'd think has nothing to prove. But after his top-seeded Milwaukee Bucks were eliminated in the first round of the 2023 playoffs by the 8th-seeded Miami Heat, Giannis is ready to get his revenge. Giannis has also been one of the fittest players in the league for years. But a recent photo shared on Giannis's Twitter page shows that he might be in the best shape of his life. Giannis posted a shirtless photo of him looking to receive the ball, and he looks completely jacked. The caption, "The Greek Freak," wrote on the photo says, "I'm not negotiating with myself. The work will be done." The rest of the NBA better be worried because a determined, in top shape Giannis will be hard for anyone to stop in the upcoming season. For the last 2 spots, we're going to take it old school, starting with the most dominant player ever, Shaquille O'Neal, in our 2nd spot. O'Neal has been retired from the NBA since the 2011 season. Now, you can enjoy watching Shaq on TNT's Inside the NBA, where his antics are often hilarious. One thing with Shaq is he constantly dealt with weight problems during his career, and this hasn't stopped since retiring. In 2022, Shaq said he felt as if he was old, and he reportedly weighed around 401 pounds. Shaq was then inspired by his Inside the NBA co-host and former MVP, Charles Barkley, to get back in shape. "I was looking at myself, and I had that Charles Barkley retirement body," Shaq said on Logan Paul's Impulsive podcast. "I didn't want my stomach to be over the belt anymore, so I was just like, let me go ahead and get slim." Shaq switched up his diet and stuck to a dedicated workout program. The Big Diesel in 2023 now weighs 365 pounds, and he says he no longer feels like the old man any longer. So even though Shaq doesn't play any longer, he's a true icon of the game, and we're glad to see him getting back in shape. At our number 1 spot is Shaq's co-host on Inside the NBA. Yes, we're talking about the round mound of rebound himself, Charles Barkley. The reason Barkley was dubbed the round mound of rebound was because of his large frame as he played in the NBA. Barkley has struggled with his weight throughout his NBA career and after it. This is especially true in the past few years, but Barkley has recently shared he has lost a lot of weight. Barkley recently was on the Pat McAfee show, and he explained that he had lost 62 pounds in just 6 months. This is an incredible amount to lose, but it looks like Barkley had some help. Barkley has apparently been taking a weight loss product called Mounjaro. Barkley also claimed he only ate between 5 p.m. and 8 p.m.
I eat between 5 and 8.
The entire time?
No.
His diet plan and taking Mounjaro was the key to his weight loss success. Is this truly the reason the basketball legend lost all that weight? Or is this clever marketing by the round mound of rebound? There you have it, 10 NBA players, old and new, who have had body transformations here in 2023. Who do you believe has changed the most? One of the active players? Or has a retired legend changed their body the most?